because this is a weak letter and its sounds is ya. So this means it was said. So the other than the word that was said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was saying something and they were changing, so it was said. Other than that word that was said or told. So they changed to something other than the word that was said to them, that was told to them, which was hittatun. Okay? Lahum means to them. La means to, and hum means them. So those people who were zalim, those people who were doing wrong, they changed the word to another word that was told to them. Hittatun was the word that was told, that was said, that they should say that. They changed to another word. Okay? So this was their crime. This was their disobedience to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had commanded, they were making joke with that word. They were mocking, they were doing mockery, they were changing the word for the sake of fun only. The command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they changed that. So this was a big disobedience in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He punished them. Okay? So the next few words are what happened as a result of their changing the word, disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So the word is fa'anzalna. Okay? So the next word is fa anzal na. I'm writing them separately. It's made of three parts. Fa anzalna. Fa is separate. Anzal and na. Okay. Fa means then or so. And then or so comes as a result of something. If you do this, then I will do this. Okay? So then or fa is a result of their disobedience. So as a result of their disobeying and changing the word, something happened to them as a result of that. So that is the significance of the letter fa. That it says, then, after some action, something was done. Okay? The next word is anzalna. Okay? So this starts with these three letters, noon, za, and nam. Okay? This means to come down. Okay? Three letters, noon, za, and lam, means to come down, and these are three letters, so as we know that they belong to the group which is called Bab Fa'ala. Okay. Three letters. Okay. If I add one alif in the beginning with a hamza and keep these three letters, this becomes Bab, another Bab or another group which is called Af'ala. So we make a word that has four letters by adding an alif in the beginning. And the meaning changes. So this word will become anzala. And this means to send down. Okay? The meaning changes, the flavor of the meaning changes. What is the difference between come down and send down? Like rain is coming down, okay? But when you say send down, means somebody else is involved in there. In the action of sending, there are two people, more than one person is involved. Someone is sending it, okay? So that's the meaning of anzala in Arabic language. Now in English, you see, notice here that in order to change this word into this word, you have totally take out come and put send in place of it. In English, these are very different words. In Arabic, all you have to do is just add an alif or hamza in the beginning, and it will change the meaning this way. Complete change of the meaning. It's also somebody else is involved here. Someone is sending down. Rain may be coming down or something may be coming down. You don't know if someone is sending or who is sending. But in the anzala, someone is sending. So that's the meaning of anzala. Also, from the simple grammar, fa'ala, and if I put a na at the end, it becomes we did. In the grammar table, if you look, fa'alna means we did. Fa'ala means to do. So by adding a na at the end, it becomes the grammar of first person plural and past tense. Fa'alna. Okay? Fa'alna means we did. Okay? So if I put a na here, it will become anzalna. And the meaning will be we sent down. Okay? So the meaning is that we sent down. It's a past tense. And first person plural. And we here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are three different words. But when you read them together, فَأَنزَلْنَا, then we sent down. Or we sent down. So we sent down, or then we sent down. فَأَنزَلْنَا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here, then we sent down. The next two words are alal ladina. Okay. So the word ala means upon or on. Ala means upon. Okay. And we just learned the word alladina means those. Okay. And we also learned the word zalamu, who did wrong. Who did wrong. So these are three words. Allah, Allah means upon. Alladina, those. Zalamu, who did wrong. Alladina, zalamu is exactly the words are here. Those who did wrong. So when you read these together, Allah and Alladina, you combine this lam with this lam, and you do not pronounce this alif in the middle. Hamza with alif with the hamza. Lal ladina. So when you do that, what happens? This little alif here of Allah, it goes away, and you have to put a fatha here. Okay? You do not have to pronounce this alif here. So when you don't pronounce, it changes into a little swad, which is hamzatul wasl. That means you're not pronouncing this alif, you're not pronouncing this alif here, you're combining this lam with this lam. That's the reason there is a shadda there. Alal ladina. Alal ladina. Upon those people. Okay. So the word is Allah separately. But here you will see a fatha on there because that's only the tajweed, because of the pronunciation. Allah means upon those who did wrong. Okay. Now the next word, it starts with these three letters, Ra, Jim and Za, and the noun from this is Rijzun. Rijzun means punishment. Okay. Rijzun means punishment. And as I mentioned that whenever you make a noun, it always has two dhammas at the end and it sounds like a noon. Rijzun. Okay. We saw this word qawlun. Now, rijzun means punishment. But according to some interpretation, this punishment was a plague that was spread among them, like a town, one of the sickness, infectious diseases that is spread among them. Okay. So, but it was a punishment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Bani Israel were punished. But remember always that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about those people who did wrong. There were good people among Bani Israel who did not do wrong. But those who made fun of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ayat and commands, those were the people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is labeling them with the word zalamu. Those who did wrong. Those people, Allah says that we sent down upon those people who did wrong. What did He send down? The punishment. Okay? The punishment. Now again, the word is Rijzun with two dhammas at the end. Okay? But in the Quran you will see that it will have two fathas and alif. This is the rule we just learned that anzalna is a verb and Rijzun is the noun. So when noun comes after the verb, two dhammas change into two fathas. And whenever you have two fathas, you have to write an alif there. So you will see an alif here with Rijzun. Just like qawlan. It was qawlun, it became qawlan. And whenever two dhammas change into two fathas, you have to add an alif there in the writing. So you will see qawlun did not have alif, but qawlan has alif. Similarly, Rijzun does not have an alif, but Rijzun you have to add an alif.
But if there was a all in between, the rule could have been something different, right?
All in between?
Yeah. So
Well, no, in the beginning. If all is in the beginning,
right.
then there will be only one dhamma.
Okay.
And if there is one dhamma, then it will change to one fatha. Yeah. Like al insano became al insana. So if there are two dhammas, they become two fathas. If there is one dhamma, it becomes one fatha. But you have to add alif in both cases at the end. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so Rijzam means punishment. Original word is Rijzun. Because of anzalna, we send down is a verb. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, these words are separate. What is being sent down is Rijzan. So Rijzan or Rijzun actually is connected with anzalna. We send down punishment upon those who did wrong. Okay? So this is punishment. Okay. Now the next two words are minas samai. So one word is min, and the other word is, it starts with Shin, Mim and Alif, and the noun is Sama'un. Sama'un means sky. Sama'un means sky. Okay. Also, whenever you have a Hamza here and the letter before is Alif, Waw or Ya, then you have to put a mud on that. It's the rule of Tajweed that whenever you have an Alif before Hamza, in this case, then you have to pronounce this Alif longer. Sama'un. Like 6 times is stretching. Okay? So that's the rule of Tajweed. Now if I put Al before that, Al means da. Okay? And this word is Sama'un. So, al means da. So, whenever you put al, then 2 dhammas change into 1. So, first change will be that this will become sama'u. Okay.
Can you repeat that rule again? Or why that mud again?
Whenever you have a hamza,
Okay.
and there is an alif, ya or waw before that, then you have to stretch this in pronunciation. Okay. So now you put al before that. So al will change sama'un to sama'u. That will be one change. The other change will be that sin, if there is a lam before sin, it's a shamsi letter. In the pronunciation, you will not pronounce lam, but pronounce sin 2 times. As-sama'u. Okay. That's the rule of recitation, that whenever there are half letters are shamsi, half are qamari, so whenever you have a sin here before lam, then sound of lam is killed. But sin has to be pronounced twice. So now this word will pronounce as as-sama'u, the sky.
So why the L is get deleted, the lam?
This lam?
Yeah.
No, this means the. Alif and lam, al means
My-
the.
My question, why we are not actually pronouncing it, the lam is as-sama directly, why?
No, in writing you have to write al because separately it is al.
Yeah.
So whatever the meaning of word al is, and the al you have to write. Even though you can see that lam is written here,
But
it
same
is not being
as-sama.
pronounced. Instead of lam, you are pronouncing sin 2 times.
Why? I mean, it's the
That's the rule of tajweed.
I
The
think
rule of recitation of the Quran.
the Shamsiya word and the
The
Qamari.
Qamari and Shamsi letters, yeah.
So,
Half of the letters. If you start just looking at the names of the surah,
yeah.
Ash-Shams, al is not pronounced. Al-Qamar, Surah Al-Qamar, lam is pronounced there.
Right.
At-Teen, Surah At-Teen, lam is not pronounced, ta is pronounced twice. Okay? An-Nas, okay? Noon is pronounced twice, lam is not pronounced. Al-Falaq, al is pronounced because fa is not a Shamsi letter.
Also is the proper noun, if you modify.
Yeah.
So seen as a Shamsi letter here.
Seen is a Shamsi. Okay. Either just look at the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, 99 names, or look at the names of the surah, and you will figure out which is Shamsi, which is Qamari. Because you know by the sound, Ar-Rahman, lam is written, not pronounced, which means Ra is Shamsi. Okay? So you can figure out all those. Al-Aziz, lam is pronounced, means Ain is not making any difference.
Anybody can be Aziz or Allah, Aziz is only Allah,
Yeah.
like that.
So, as-sama'u, the sky, also mean is a harf-jar, which is a preposition in English. Whenever that comes, then it changes the last letters dhamma into a kasra. That's another rule. So it becomes minas sama'i. Instead of minas sama'u, you will pronounce it minas sama'i. Meaning does not change. Min means from. From the sky. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a punishment from the sky. Okay. Now the next word, bima, is made of B and ma. Okay. And English, there is one meaning for that, because. Bima you can translate as because. Okay. Now there are two words there, kanu and yafsukun. So let's look at these words. The first word starts with kaf, waw and noon. This means to be. Okay. And if I put one fatha on each of them, it will become kawana, like fa'ala, and it means he was. Third person and the past tense. Fa'ala, he did. If you put three fathas, it will become he was. Also, waw and fatha don't go together. They will now sound like alif. So this word will become kana. Quran is full of this word. Kana means he was. Okay. It's plural. We just learned is that if you put a waw at the end, it will become plural. Kanu. Kanu means they were. Kanu means they were.
So the kawana, because of the wa is which letter is dropped, so it become kana?
No, it doesn't. It changes into alif because this is a fatha. So sound of waw and fatha together will change into the sound of alif here.
Okay.
Okay? So it will be pronounced as kana, not kawana. Okay? So kanu means they were. Okay? And the last word starts with these three letters, fa, sin, and qaf, and this means to disobey. Fasaqa means to disobey. A person who is fasiq is the one who is disobedient. Fasaqa means to disobey. Okay. Now, if we have, going back to the rule, if we have fa'ala means to do, and if you put a ya in the beginning and guna at the end, okay, and just leave the three middle letters, then they mean they do. Present tense and third person plural. Yaf'aluna. That's the first block in the second line of the grammar. a second bar. Yaf'aluna, they do. So the rule is that if you want to make a present tense and a plural of third person, you just add a ya in the beginning and huna at the end. Okay. In this case, it is yaf'aluna. Okay. If we do the same thing here, except it's one change, if I put a ya in the beginning and huna at the end, and put these three letters in the beginning, fa, sin, and kaf. Okay. Except there is one difference here, that middle letter always keeps changing. So it becomes yafsuquna. Yafsuquna means they disobey. Yafsuquna, which is the word here, they disobey.
Questions. Since it was happened in the past, so is there any reasons instead of yaf'aluna should be taf'aluna?
Tafaruna means you disobey.
Okay. Then also the past.
Right, so this is what I'm coming next. Okay. So this is like present tense, right? Kanu is a past tense.
Okay.
So when these two come together, the combination of these two will change the meaning. And the meaning now will be both of these together. In Arabic, Kanu yafsaquna means they used to disobey.